3, 2, begin transmission. This is Dungeon Radio Hour.
Hello and welcome, Space Cadets, to Season 2 of Dungeon Radio Hour, an actual play comedy podcast where our phasers are set to stun and our jokes are set to hilarious. As always, I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Dalton Rusher-Riddle, joined once again by my ragtag band of heroes. Introduce yourself, heroes.
I'm Michael Adair.
I'm Alissa Adair.
And I'm Andrew Gehrlein.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
It's
Yeah.
going.
My bowels hurt.
Your mouth or your bowels?
I mean, my bowels hurt every day.
No, my bowel. Oh, my mouth hurts too. I got a dead tooth back there. I got dead bowel, dude. I got
Right.
dead stuff in
That's
my body.
Not good.
Gross.
Ugh.
My body
He's
parts
got
are
dead
dying.
bowel and mouth disease. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's where you kind of rot from both ends until it reaches the middle.
until it reaches the middle. Yeah, and you die once it reaches your heart. Yep,
Yeah.
That
that's
sounds
coming.
excruciating,
good.
is what it sounds like.
Well, your 30s are
Yeah.
great, kids. So look forward to that.
Be excited.
You know, I'm glad that you're bringing up the decay of the human body, because that kind of leads us
Are you?
into what a segue, right? That kind of leads us into the pre-show topic for tonight's episode. So if you've been listening along at home, there is a very apparent theme of modifications to the human body, especially when it comes to being, technical, robotic, what have you. There's a certain threshold within the story that, cannot be overpassed, or you lose your humanity, yada, yada, yada. So I want to turn that around to us. Off in the future, enhancements and bioengineering and all those other fun sciencey technical terms, cyborgs, are a much more believable reality. How far would you go with your own cybernetic enhancement as a person? Like what threshold would you push?
See, this is such an interesting topic because it's that premise of a boat and the people have you heard that story where it's oh, this piece got replaced, this piece got replaced.
Is it still the same boat? Is
The ship of Theseus, yes.
Yeah, that's yes.
And so it's kind of same with human. It's how much can you replace
Before you're a
and
different
still-
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, people right now, older people will have a pacemaker and replaced hips and
Yeah.
all these other
Mhm.
metal pieces put into them. So it's what is that level?
My grandma got her hip replaced. I refuse to call her grandma because
Yeah.
my grandma that I know, Grandma Betty, had a real
Yeah.
human hip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
Betty.
you get pulled off to TSA every time we go to the airport because you have a
Do
fake
you
hip.
travel
You're not grandma.
by air with your grandmother often?
With grandma, what I call
Grandma
Betty.
Do you and Grandma Betty go on a lot of
trip?
trips via airplane?
We go every year. We go to Charleston. Okay, it's our thing. There's nothing good there, but we go there.
It seems like that could be a drive for you. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's Charleston?
There's a Charleston in Missouri,
Depends on the Charleston.
not far from where you're located.
Well, we fly to
Mhm,
Charleston,
mhm.
Missouri. It doesn't have an airport.
West Virginia.
There's one in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. I don't have a grandma.
That's the
fucking
one I
Betty.
assumed you meant.
Yeah.
I don't have a Betty. But God,
You
that's,
don't-
So this was all a lie?
it's all a lie. It was
You
just
never
a
disowned your
doll, so I could
grandmother?
think. No, I never
Ah.
flew with my grandma. None of them. Hips,
No.
no hips. No grandmas have been flown.
Hmm.
God, this is a good
I don't
one.
know, man. I think I'd go as far as, how robotic is Inspector Gadget? What? Let's ask.
I mean, don't you remember the toy that you could get from McDonald's? You could build him with all the different pieces. His insides
Yes.
were pretty mechanical.
Oh my God, you just unlocked the thing for me.
Though Andrew knows what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, you got one body part
yeah,
at a time.
with each Happy Meal, it was a
I got
different
a
body part.
right arm and I was like, what the fuck? They forgot the rest of the toy. And my brother's like,
Yeah.
dude, I got the left leg. You got to collect them
Yeah.
all.
Gotta collect
very
them
savvy.
all.
Very
That's
savvy
smart.
McDonald's.
Mhm.
So that was fucking 8 Happy Meals that you had to get.
At least.
Right. And you might
Yeah.
get the same
Yeah,
body
and
part.
that's if you didn't
multiple
double up on body
times.
parts.
Oh. Mm.
Yep.
And the adult version is that Monopoly that they do. I just keep getting the same square every
Yes.
time I go to McDonald's.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just a
Whatever Inspector Gadget has, I want. I want the helicopter head. I want the stretchy arms. I want the spring feet. I want all of that shit.
Mhm.
However much that takes, I want all that shit. It seems cool.
You know, I just want them to create. We need to get to a point where we can actually like our bodies work. Like, I just don't understand why the appendix is still there. Like, are we not modern technology enough to?
Well,
rid
I
of
think
that
that's
nice
more
and
human
clean?
evolution than it is
I mean,
technological
evolutionarily, we should just be
advancement.
born without them.
That's
Oh,
true.
sure. But I guess
I'll-
like how have we not figured out a clean
I mean,
solution?
well, I
Like,
think we
as a
have. I
baby-
just think that gene splicing and gene
No.
therapy is still very frowned upon.
a clean solution is removing it. That's what
Yeah.
we've got. And I mean, you can't stop it from growing.
Yeah, just go
What-
on in,
what-
snip, snip.
But what are you leading into? Every part that you think doesn't matter anymore, you're going to get rid of and
I'm just
replace with
saying-
something else?
I think we might need to
Optimize the
wait a
body.
million years or so.
I think we should be able to optimize all the pieces. I should be able to drink and not be scared of hurting my liver and not being scared that my appendix is going to burst.
So
I guess
Alyssa's
I
in favor of
understand that.
genetic engineering, like humans.
Well, like a pacemaker is set to help the heart. Why can't we think of something similar to like help with the digestion process? Like, here's
So
a
you
mega
want
thing
like
to
a
help your
garbage
liver.
disposal in your like lower GI.
I have eat more fiber. That is my solution to you.
I don't want to.
Fiber's not in candy.
Yucky. Yeah, not.
That's true. It's not. Alyssa, okay, instead of Metamucil, you want a garbage disposal in your lower GI.
Yes.
You don't want a liver,
Mhm.
right? So that's going to be some other fucking thing.
You want to be technologically evolved. You want to be evolved via technology, right?
I want us to have those tiny robots. like
Nanobots?
Nanobots?
that will just constantly help flush out your blood to keep it clean. You know, if it sees some cancer cells splitting, it goes, no, and kills those off. Like,
Now I'm with you.
I will take
Come on.
nanobots.
Now I'm with you.
Mike would do full on gadgets. Alyssa would modify her own genetics and body parts.
nanobots.
I would go nothing body. We're all different. I would go brain into the
Of course you would.
matrix. I want to be uploaded.
Of course.
I want to not be constrained. I don't want surgeries done. I don't want, body parts replaced. That's a lot of work,
Mhm.
a lot of insurance.
Mm.
Just poke a regular 3-prong cord in the back of my head and plug me into the Sims or some shit, dude.
Just
So
make Andrew a
Andrew-
vegetable.
Andrew
Yeah.
doesn't want hardware. He
Yeah.
wants software.
I want software.
He
I want
wants-
to be the
he
software.
wants to live
dude.
in Second Life.
Yes. Matrix
Second
style.
Life is your first life.
Yeah. And I could be what I want and I don't have to get anything sawed off my body.
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
I mean, I get it.
Dalton, do you have any thoughts about this? What would you choose?
I
You perfect specimen of
I
a man.
would go similar to used to. I would say like full cyborg, like take me to like 90% synthetic, 10% bio. But now I would almost like I want to be downloaded. I want my essence to be downloaded and then have the ability to then inhabit other things. Like,
Wow. So
Ooh.
double on Andrews.
Like a flash
Kind
drive.
of.
but
Yeah.
not like I
So
don't
you can
like.
escape the matrix and go
I don't want to
anywhere.
like be in this little alternate reality. Like I still want to be in the reality that we all share, but like a downloaded program that can then go into like a battle robot or something.
And then,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like we plug Dalton in our computer and Dalton's face comes up and is like, let's play Call
Yeah.
of Duty. And like you're operating a guy, but he's actually in there. You know what I mean?
So
Ooh.
you want to be that like German guy who gets uploaded into the computer in like the Marvel universe? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I know his name.
Yes.
Armin Zola. Yeah,
Mm.
Yes.
That's what you want.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fucking cool. Now, I think your answers are right, but here's the thing: in real life, if you could have a helicopter head, it would beat all of that fucking shit. I mean, if you could helicopter head just for a second, it would beat all that shit.
Yeah. It'd be cool. as
Speaking of
hell.
helicopter heads, that actually was the hardest piece of the McDonald's Happy Meal to get, in my experience.
Really?
Did you get them all?
But my 6th grade teacher did, and he always kept it displayed on a shelf behind his desk, and I thought it was the coolest thing. So, Mr. Teeters, if you're out there listening, shout out to you.
You're
Mr.
a hero to
Teeters.
us all.
Here's shout out, clap,
Claps for Mr. Teeters.
You did it, Mr. Teeters.
It's
You
Magic
did
Gadget.
Yeah.
At the end of our last episode, or just in our last episode in general, all of you came back from the social taking place on the eve of the start of the new Space House season, and your room was ransacked. You quickly learned that it is a ritual hazing process based on your live feeds and your own average of cloud between all of your teammates, and just the reactions from some of the more popular contestants on Space House and their views on the six of you. You were deemed as the weakest team. And because you were the weakest team, your room got ransacked. And then Flip Busby came over the intercom and said that all of you must now participate in the Crucible, which is basically a proving grounds of you showing Spaceopolis that you deserve to be on this season of Space House to really earn your shot. So that is where we pick up. There has been some time past. The six of you worked together as a team to kind of help clean up your common spaces in your own individual rooms, and you've put your apartment back together, or as back together as you possibly can. You've all gotten a full night's rest. You feel refreshed. Your battery's charged. You are ready for whatever comes next. And the six of you are walking down this long hallway as it opens up into this very, very large, spacious, just blank room. It's like a giant white cube. And the six of you all just kind of shuffle in, and there's a large metallic sliding door that slams shut behind you.
Huh. Okay, I'll never get used to these doors. Oh, on our planet,
I really
Walmart
don't like
will
how
open
they
for you,
shut.
but that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have similar doors on Earth, but the shutting is so violent.
It's
Yeah,
violent.
The noise it makes.
Yeah, like the ones that back at home, I feel like if my arm got in it, it would bounce back out.
Right.
This one sliced clean off.
Oh, for sure. It's
Oh, you
like,
got-
you know how the Tesla truck, like its
Yeah.
trunk just cuts
Yes,
carrots? Like
exactly.
that.
I saw
Like that, but with
a
your
young
arm.
janitor was like trying to mop a floor the other day down the hall, and he accidentally hit the button on his way out. Dude, it snapped the mop in half.
Oh, shit.
Like, I'm just wondering what it would do to a human arm.
Did he get a new mop, or?
I think they fired him for it, and they made him pay for the mop out of his
Oh,
paycheck,
wow.
which is kind of fucked up.
And pay for the mop.
Yeah.
I just really wanted closure for the mop story. Okay, you guys, what are we going to do? We're six people in a white room. We have to do this thing called the Crucible? That sounds scary.
Are we six people, Dalton? Are
Yeah,
our
your
teammates with us?
teammates,
Yeah, they're
your
with
teammates are there. So
5, 6.
Can we wave at our teammates, and can each of them introduce themselves in their own voice? Just so we
Just
know
back
they're
to
there.
they actually cannot. No, they can. They can. So the three of you
Okay.
wave to your three other teammates that are there. Of course, there is the very large chicken with the humanoid brain that all of you know as Elodromeda, or her handle Mother Clucker. Hi guys, happy to be here. This is going to be so great. Then there is the humanoid rat, a la very much a Mr. Splinter, Inigo Mouse Toya, who just does one of his knuckle to palm and bows to
Sure.
each of you
Didn't say that.
individually
God,
with
it's so
his
cool.
quiet and fiery demeanor. And then there is the other android that is on your team that is much more robotic than even Andrew is, and it is Dez, or Destroy All Humans. And he just kind of like looks up in his emo boy way and just like throws up a hand. Hi guys.
Dez, everybody. Dez, everybody.
Hey.
Everybody,
Hey, guys.
Dez.
Des, do you know what this is? Have you guys ever seen this game before?
Yeah, I don't like, the best way to explain it is like it's a room that like becomes other rooms. So what my charming metallic friend is trying to say is that it is a training simulation room. So basically the room morphs into the needs of its user. It's very, very advanced, very, very cool, and usually very, very dangerous.
But it's training.
We have a name for that already. It's called the Danger Room, or the Room of Requirement. So it would be cool if we could rename this. You know, does this room have a name? Because I'd like to rename it Into the Danger Room if we can, just so people are on board who might listen to this later.
You'll know.
I'm recording this, so if we could rename it To the Danger Room.
The name of this room has officially been changed to the Danger Room for all intents and purposes from here on out. As the official naming ceremony has concluded, a familiar face, blinks into existence in the middle of the room. And you see Flip Busby there in in all of his hologram glory.
Hello, losers, and welcome to the Crucible. The challenge awaits where you will be tried, tested, and found wanting. Probably. If you succeed, you will be allowed to compete in this new season of Space House. But if you lose, which, let's face it, will probably happen, you will be disqualified. Any questions?
Question. Can the hologram see me? Question, hologram. Sounds like a win-win. If we lose this Crucible, we don't get to go on the show. If we win, we get to go on the show. I mean, I don't want to be on the show, so if I do poorly, I'm disqualified.
Yes, you are disqualified, and you are also eliminated.
From the competition.
From existence.
From the existence within Space House, the show, as a cast member.
No, Andrew.
What?
From life. We're eliminated from life,
He's
man.
He's gonna kill us?
Yeah, he's gonna kill us. That's what the Crucible is.
Flip, are you gonna kill us,
where you
dude?
Kill people.
I will not be killing anyone. I am simply here to MC the competition. And as I said, if you pass, you will be allowed to compete on this season of Space House. And if you lose, you will be disqualified.
That still makes you complicit, Buzz. The blood is on your hands.
It does.
Blood.
Silence
Sounds harmless
is violence,
to me, guys.
Buzz.
I say we disqualify and we're fine. I think there's no consequences to that.
If there are no other questions, we will start the first round of competition. Here we go. In 5.
Oh, shit.
4.
Really not
3.
time for questions.
2.
Is there a urinal nearby?
I know.
Okay.
Either.
What's happening?
As Flip, now you have me calling him Buzz, as Flip counts down to 1, the panels of this room start to flip one by one by one by one, and the room starts to expand and morph and shift. And what was once this plain white box has now become this giant void, this giant space, this chasm below you of just dark nothingness, and a single bridge connecting your side of what was once the danger room to the other side. And sitting in the center of this bridge is a large, metallic, black, rectangular structure that is at least 12 feet tall and probably 6 to 7 feet wide. So you have the bridge, you have the large black object on the bridge, and then nothingness on all sides.
So can we see where the bridge ends, or is the box blocking
Yeah,
it?
so the box is blocking it, but if you were to step to the side and look around, you can see that the bridge continues on the other side of this object. So it is connecting 2 separate points.
Okay, easy task. Pretty self-explanatory.
Explain it.
Get to the other side.
Okay. Okay, Alissa is the genius. The other, for you three's information, she is the brain. So she said that very smartly.
Technically,
I
am the brains. A la the brains. Can you not see my large cranium?
Okay.
Yeah, also, when we learned about strength and weaknesses, I'll give it to her.
We also eat you in our planet. We eat frozen bags of you. A guy named Tyson sells them at grocery stores.
Okay, so I don't know who Tyson is, but that's very rude.
Mike Tyson, world champion, bit a guy's ear off, now sells chicken nuggets. Put some respect on his name, okay? All right? And also, I don't know if it's just as simple as cross the bridge. We don't know. The room is too empty. There are no clues. But I will go ahead and, defer to the geniuses, Alissa, Chicken.
I scooch over to Ella. All right. Let's ignore all the boys right now.
Oh, thank God, yes.
You-
Please.
I know, right? I know. What are you thinking right now? I feel like we need to figure out what exactly that box is before we get too close.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I think you're probably right. I think it is cross the bridge. And as much as I don't want to agree with him, the large pink jelly one is right.
Yeah.
There's not enough clues in this room to really go off of. So I think our most obvious answer in this instance is probably the correct answer.
Exactly. So let's
Sounds like you both agree and disagree with me.
run some
You
experiments.
can't play both sides. Now I know
take-
your fucking game, chicken.
Are there any like rocks or anything I can throw at the box?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. 13.
You hold out your hand
Ooh.
and you concentrate with everything that you have. And as you are standing there and as you are concentrating, these little sprouts start to form in the palm of your hand. And on these sprouts are these kind of quarter-sized, blackish, purplish berries that start to form.
Did I just good berry?
And as you go to like touch it and feel it, it's pretty firm. Like if you were to throw that, you could probably get some distance on it.
And
So
if you have any extra, I'll take a couple.
What,
Just
so you
because
just like suck on it with your
I'm
jelly?
hungry. No, I do need to eat occasionally.
Wait, you guys
I
have
do
snacks
need
over there?
stuff.
No, I don't have any snacks.
Alyssa has a bunch of snacks. She
I don't
can
have
make
any
snacks whenever
snacks.
she wants. We learned that today.
No.
Okay.
I need to learn my scientific method. You have to figure out everything we can know
Well,
about
fine.
the box.
Waste our only berries. That's
That's
fine.
fine.
I'll start. The chicken looks hungry too, by the way.
Give some to Mike. I don't know if I have a stomach.
I chuck a couple at the box.
You do what now?
I chuck a few, just a few of them.
You okay?
I just chuck
Cool.
them at the box. I want to see if it reacts. I'm eliminating. I'm learning.
Alyssa, roll a d10.
Oh, I probably will regret this, but I'm
Let's
sticking
find
to
out.
it. 8.
Okay, so 8 berries are what formed when you held out the palm of your hand.
Okay.
Now roll another d10 for me.
3.
Okay, that's how many you're throwing
Okay.
at the large rectangular structure. So you're gonna have 5 left when we're done with this. Now give me an athletics check.
So many checks.
All the rolls.
I'm not complaining. Ooh. Strength is +0, but I rolled 18.
Damn. Okay, cool. So you rear back and you throw 3 of these newly formed berries at this large rectangular structure. And even though it's probably 20 to 25 feet away, all 3 of them make it there and all 3 of them make contact. Everyone is shocked at this display of athleticism from this plant girl that's standing here.
That was pretty
And
good.
all three of them hit with this little tink tink tink. And as you watch the 3 of them hit this metallic structure, you kind of see a ripple, like if you were to drop a rock in a pond, and the ripple effect that happens as the rock breaks the tension of the surface. And so you're seeing this barrier react to the 3 berries that are thrown, and then you hear this mechanical whirring sound. And you watch as the rectangle starts to jerk and move and clink and snap and hiss. And it transforms from this rectangle to this large robotic structure. There are 2 arms, there are 2 legs, there is a torso, and there is a cyclopic-like head that sits on top of it with just one lens or one eye there in the center, and it kind of like rises up from where it sits.
But Optimus primed.
You pissed it off.
Optimus primed.
You pissed it off, Alyssa.
Okay.
Ugh.
Desi, do you know this robot?
Yeah, that's Steve.
What? No. There's
What?
no way you know the robot inside this room.
Hell,
There's no way you have a personal relationship with the robot inside
Hey,
this
they're
room.
drinking buddies, okay?
Steve?
Explain yourself immediately, Des.
Ask Steve what he's doing here.
What's your relationship? What's your relationship to Steve first?
You're right. I glossed over that. How do you know Steve?
Ella, while you're grilling Des about how he knows this robot, Ella pipes up. He doesn't personally know the robot. That's the robot. The robot is Steve. And as Ella says the robot is Steve, you hear a voice coming from behind you. And as you all turn, you realize that it is Steve that is talking. Greetings, contestants. My name is Steve. Space House's technological eradicator vaporizing enemies.
I misspelled Steve. I get it.
Oh,
See, that's why
it's
she's
an
the brains.
acronym.
Because the chicken didn't say that. But
Yeah.
Alissa said it.
I caught on.
I get it. Okay. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve, are you here just to ask us some trivia questions, maybe?
No, I am here to monitor and proctor this leg of the challenge.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. He said he was going to
Huh.
vaporize his enemies, guys. Well, Steve,
Well,
good
stop being
news.
enemies.
We're not enemies. So, boom, we're
Yeah.
contestants, which means teammates, kind of, if you think about
yeah?
it. And we just need to get to the other side of that bridge. I guess, well, you're not supposed to be in the way of us, are you? That'd be hindering on the show Space House, the #1 show in
Yeah.
the galaxy. That's against your programming, I believe.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah.
get over
That
it.
is incorrect. My programming is simply to monitor and proctor this leg of the challenge. You are correct, however. Your challenge is to cross to the other side.
Right.
Right.
And so you will then present no complications to that challenge. We could just go ahead and walk by you.
Yeah.
Right? Is that? Am I right?
I am here to monitor and proctor this leg of the challenge.
Monitor and proctor.
Your test is simple. You must cross to the other side.
Let's go ahead and get to the other side.
We solved that part, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I guess
though.
we'll just scoot by you and be okay.
Really appreciate it. I know that you take up a lot of the bridge. We promise not to brush against you. I appreciate my personal space. I'm gonna go ahead, flat Stanleying myself, and just gonna go ahead and stretch.
Who is approaching Steve to try and cross to the other side?
I
love
guess.
how Mike so quickly was like, "It's me," and then now he's like,
No.
No, I'll do it. I'm doing it. I already
I'll
put
go
myself
with you.
up there.
I'll go with
Okay, I'll hold Andrew's hand, and I'm gonna flat Stanley myself and just.
Okay.
Cool. Both of you give me dexterity checks.
All right, hold on. Well, check this shit out. 22.
Good, because I got a nat 1.
Whoa.
22. Let's do it.
Cool. As the two of you are flat Stanleying across this side of the bridge with more speed than anyone suspects, Steve backhands both of you with this large robotic arm and sends you both flying back towards the rest of your group. I need both of you to roll a d6 for fall damage.
Steve!
Steve,
You
I
said
got a 4, Steve.
I took a 1, Steve.
Oh,
Mike, you take half of 1, so it's still going to be 1, and Andrew, you take full damage of 4. As the three of you thud hard on the bridge and skid up to the rest of your team. Well, I can see that didn't work. Shocker.
Okay, he's doing more than monitoring. The backhand was
I
not a
agree.
monitor. That was
You
a
are
slap.
doing more than monitoring and proctoring, Steve.
Steve, what you are doing is gatekeeping, and it's wrong. Okay, you're being a bouncer right now, trying to get us from the other side of the bridge. We want to go to the other side
By
of the bridge.
definition, proctoring means no interference.
It means to proct.
Yeah.
And you didn't. You hit. And that's wrong. I learned that in elementary school.
Yeah.
So
To proctor.
I know you wouldn't do that twice now that we've had this talk. I'm going to go to the other side of the bridge with all my friends.
I'm gonna try a second time.
You seem like a reasonable robot. I'm
Mike,
gonna
grab
go
my
ahead.
hand. Let's same method.
Let's go across with no consequences.
I need you to both roll
Okay.
dexterity.
Oh no. Steve, don't do it twice, buddy.
I got a 17 that
No.
time.
16.
Cool. Once again, with more speed than anyone expects, although this time it doesn't catch you as off guard, Steve backhands you with his other robotic arm and sends you both flying back towards the group of 6. I need both of you to roll a d6.
All right, I rolled a 3. And
I also
Steve,
rolled a 3.
I'm
Cool.
starting to
So you're
get
gonna
pretty PO'd, dude.
You're going to take half damage, but we're going to roll it up to 2.
Oh God. Okay.
You would not slap me thrice, and I know that. Now that we've established that I don't like to be slapped, you wouldn't do it thrice.
There's no way he
Here
would.
we go.
Hey.
We're getting across that bridge, and let's just start coming up with a plan. Me and Andrew are getting across the bridge.
Are you going again?
I mean, I already said I was.
Oh yeah.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
I need both of you to roll dexterity.
All right, here we go. And that's another
5.
22.
You got a 5. All right, this time, instead of slapping you, Steve smashes both of you down into the bridge itself. And Mike, just like somebody stepping on a piece of bubblegum, you go and splat out on the sides. I need both of you to roll a d6.
All right, I rolled a 5 that time, but can I expend a key
2.
point to take less damage with another re-roll? Key point, roll it, re-roll it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, I rolled a 6. Dalton, can I expend a key point to take the less roll? Ouchie wouchie, Steve! Really got me on that one, and I know you didn't mean to, but I hate to be hurt. My friend hates to be hurt. We
I'm
are
hurt.
little beings.
I'm hurt. Yep.
How hurt are you? Tell Steve.
Can't move.
and Andrew, while you're talking about how much you are hurting, a familiar voice comes in over your head. Structural integrity at 40%.
Us, you better be talking about this Steve thing, because if my structural integrity's at 40%, I'm screwed. I'm usually operating at 50%.
All right.
We are in immediate danger. I suggest a different course of action immediately.
Us, analyze this dang robot.
Analyzing robot. Analysis complete.
Okay, from now on, whenever your analysis is complete, go ahead and read the results.
Hold on, Andrew. Can we hear us? Did you turn the volume up on us? I want to know if we should react.
Oh
to
shit,
that.
let me put it on speakerphone. Repeat last message. You guys gotta hear what it just said to me. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Repeating last transmission. Analysis complete.
Well, what is it, us?
I pressed next on my eyeball to go to the next. Ow!
I gotta say, us
Ow.
is not helpful. I thought it was gonna be really helpful.
Here, Andrew, eat these berries. Eat these berries. Maybe
Me?
like some berries.
Put some berries in you. Get some berries.
I can
in
eat.
you.
Let me try to eat these. I eat the berries, Dalton. What happens?
You eat the berries, and you hear what sounds like a blender, like a ninja blend jet, as these berries make their way down your throat and into,
I have a gizzard. It's made of a ninja.
into your body. But as this happens, you almost hear like like the little like sound when your health is going up, and us goes structural integrity 50%, structural integrity 60%.
Hey, give me some of those berries. I'd love some berries. Alissa, do you have any more?
I gave all of them to Andrew.
Well, fuck Andrew, that's fine.
Alyssa, your berries just healed a machine. Not that I am. That is not me accepting my place as a machine in this society. Just so you guys know.
Sounds like he's coming around to it.
I'm not coming around to it, but look, it healed a gash in my metal. How is that possible?
Very cool.
Just like a little McDonald's toy. I wonder if we can, like, that would transform. I wonder if we can just, like, transform him back into a box. Like, if there's a reset button.
Oh, a reset. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you threw berries at him and he transformed.
Yeah, one of us maybe needs to get close enough to see more elements of him.
Maybe there's a way we can convince him that we're already on the other side. Does anybody have a giant mirror?
Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
A giant mirror, anybody? Anybody get a giant mirror through?
I assume
Rat?
not.
Daz? No? Alyssa, giant
No,
mirror?
sorry. Lasers, yeah. Mirrors, no.
Al, giant mirror. Andrew, giant mirror.
No, that's a negative, but we definitely need to find a reflectory surface, and I think that would definitely do the trick.
Okay.
True, we could just wipe down Dez's back.
Yeah.
It's mostly metal.
Des, hey, I'm gonna get in there, friend. Your back is pretty gross. I noticed a lot of graffiti on it. Andrew, can you read some of that graffiti?
Yeah, it says "kick me."
Yeah. What else?
Mhm.
Andrew, go ahead. Read.
This one says ugly.
Right, that's
Oh.
mean. There's a couple of slurs, I
This
think.
one says "stinky butt."
Yeah, that one's rough.
Maybe we buff these out.
Let's buff
We
him.
polish him up. He's shiny.
You're good. Oh yeah.
While the three of you are trying to
Buff
buff
Des back.
Dez up, I hate that sentence. That is a terrible sentence. I don't like it.
We're here to
As you are trying to turn him into a reflective surface, you watch as Inigo walks up to Steve, and he takes his katana that sits on his hip out, and he brandishes it, and he swirls it in the air and does this really big flourish, and then he just lays it down at Steve's feet, and he puts fist to palm, and he bows,
Yeah.
Dez,
and Steve bows in return.
so wise.
That's cool.
And then Inigo holds out his hand and takes the giant robotic metal arm in his hand and says, "Nice to meet you, Steve. May we pass?" And Steve turns into his little box and sits back on the bridge as if nothing had happened.
We could have just been polite this whole
No,
time.
I was polite at first. I said, "Can we pass?" I was very friendly.
Did
I
you
was
say
not
please?
confrontational. What?
Did you say please though, dude?
I didn't say please.
And did you also ask and then try to bulldoze past anyways before hearing the answer?
Maybe, Dalton. Maybe I did.
We did
But
it
I did
3
ask
times.
pretty nice.
Big deal. Okay, so it's for vaporizing enemies. So guys, if we're friends, he won't vaporize us.
Okay.
See,
Seems
we
pretty
thought
obvious
of this
now.
earlier. We just didn't.
We didn't do
Land
it.
on
We
it.
just tried
Yeah.
to sneak past. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe we
okay,
sneak
gotta
past a
do
4th time. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, we don't sneak past. Okay,
Okay.
we come in peace. Hello. I make more berries in my hand,
that. Oh, hey, what about?
and
Oh,
I walk up to
Some
the
of them.
box. I walk up to Steve and I offer them.
berries for everybody except Mike. This is bullshit.
They're all berries.
All these robots are
Making
getting
it
berries,
rain
not
berries
you though.
to everyone but Mike.
As you make it rain berries, you walk past Steve without any issue, without any problem, and you watch as both Dez and Ella walk past Steve. They bow as they do so. They say, "Thank you so much for letting us pass. You are such a kind robot. Thank you for not vaporizing us." And they walk on by without any issue.
I'm the only one bringing a gift. All right. We're doing it different ways.
Did Alissa get past him?
Alissa got past.
Okay. Mike?
All right, I'm coming up. I'll come up to Steve. Steve, real quick. Sorry about earlier. That was mostly my friend. I didn't even want to sneak past you. I wanted to be your friend. If you notice, I said I wanted to be your friend first. So first off, that was his whole deal. But you and me are buddies. I don't have anything to offer you. I can't make stuff out of thin goddamn air. So here's what I'm going to do. And this is going to be really good because in my planet, this will make more sense because you don't know the reference. But real quick, Robert De Niro face, and I change my goo into. You talking to me? Fucker, you talking to me?
Are you doing the gift of impressions?
It's a gift of yeah.
That is a really good
You
one.
talking to me? You must be talking to somebody.
Steve, you might want to take that.
I think you're talking to me.
That's really good.
It's pretty good. I can make my mouth more.
You just hear from this large giant black box. Ha 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 ha
Yeah.
ha ha.
Yeah.
I love
I give him a
Midnight
hug.
Run.
Give him a hug. All right, and best I got. All right, Steve. We'll catch you later. I'm gonna go ahead and just go across, and we're friends.
Perfect. You do so. Andrew, have you crossed?
I've not. I walk up to Steve and I go, "Oh, I'm with them."
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Simple.
I'm being friendly. I'm not gonna. No offense, Steve. But in this society, as I've learned, we don't like robots. And I'm not saying I don't like you. I'm just saying I don't necessarily like you. So can we be more of acquaintances?
That's.
I mean, I guess it's still not an enemy.
It's not an enemy.
reach out my fist.
It's not an enemy.
Pound it, buddy.
You hold out to pound your fist, and the rectangular shape does not move. Steve has not activated again, and you just kind of like clink your metallic fist up against the side of Steve.
Well, I think I'm gonna move past you. I'm really scared you're gonna launch me. So you're my best friend, and then I run past him. You're my best friend, and I run.
You do so. You do so.
Okay. Gotcha. You're not. Haha. Acquaintance.
Once all 6 of you are safely across to the other side, you look back behind you, and the bridge and Steve are gone. And slowly, this giant black void starts turning back into that plain, all stark white danger room that all of you walked into before, and Flip blinks back into existence in the middle of the room.
Congratulations! Surprising, absolutely, and I do mean absolutely everyone, you have passed the first trial. You have now completed and moved on to the second trial, while I'm sure all of you will likely perish. Good luck!
Why are there more trials?
Out of existence again.
Multiple trials?
I
That's
really
unfair.
want to talk to him when he comes into the room, but he disappears with almost like a pre-scripted line. And there's no back and forth. I want to confront him, but he
I
doesn't
feel
give
like
me
this
the
is
opportunity.
pre-recorded. I feel like the Crucible
Yeah,
is
you're right.
pre-recorded.
He's a host, and he's probably reading off cue cards or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hologram. Nothing I can do about it. All right.
All right, but
Oh, go ahead, Alyssa.
we learned something, though, guys.
That we can be friends with the box.
That we can be friends with
Yeah, I was a
boxes.
friend with the box for the first 14 years of my life. His
And
name was Friggy,
and
and he was my best friend.
I don't want to unpack that because it's too sad.
It's fine.
Much like you unpacked the box to make it your friend.
Love him.
I really thought that this game, I mean, it's so physical. It's so much about like death. I really thought that a lot of this would just be physical challenges, but this is proving that there's mental challenges too.
Andrew faces mental challenges every goddamn day.
I am one.
Okay,
I'm a
true.
challenge. Ask my wife.
this
That's
is
my
too
parents.
much for him.
That's my boss. I'm a challenge.
As
That's
the 3 of you are having this conversation, and Alyssa says that comment about the different challenges, the room starts to shift and change again, and one by one, all 6 of you find yourselves in your own individual space. You are in this very small room, almost the size of a telephone booth, and it's padded walls on each and every side. And down at your waist, there is a dashboard, a platform, and there are 6 buttons, each of them with the name of each member of your team. Andrew, Mike, Alyssa, Ella, Dez, and Inigo. Our heroes have passed the first trial of the Crucible, but what will this mean as they continue? And what is this mysterious room they have now found themselves in? And what do these buttons do? Find out next week on the newest episode of Dungeon Radio Hour. In the meantime, join us over at Patreon at www.patreon.com/Dungeon Radio Hour for extended intros, bloopers, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content from all of your favorite Earthlings here at DRH. Until next time, keep the volume up, the dial tuned in, and always say yes to adventure. Bye for now, kids.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye. Goodbye now. Bye-bye.
And the cameras are going.
That's good.
And that's where we end.
Okay. I was going to say, what do the buttons do? These scary buttons are good buttons.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, you got to tune in. That was good, Dalton.
Yeah.
This is
That was
called a
fun. Give it all away.
cliffhanger in the biz.
And now,
You
because I
gotta
want to
tune
press
in
the
next
buttons really bad.
I want to press them too. I want to know what they do. but
If
I-
we want to do it, then the audience will want to fucking listen.
Mm-hmm.
I hear we can only press the buttons if there's so many likes and subscribes and comments on the channel. If there was organic growth on our YouTube channel, we might be able to, I mean, maybe
this is
8
probably the
new
last
subscribers,
episode,
we can't
if
press the
not.
buttons.
Comment which button you choose. Before,
Without knowing what they do
Exactly.
whatsoever.
Kill, it could
before
save.
you know.
Yeah.
See if
It
you get
could-
it right
it
next
could fuck.
episode. Bye.